Welcome members to Tech Talks. We are still for biology. We are dealing with the chemicals of life and the structures, chemicals that are related now to lipids. Lipids are chemicals of life, as we saw. When we even go further and see their functions. But let's first look at structures that resemble properties of lipids. What were those properties of lipids? One of them, we said that lipids are insoluble in water. These two are insoluble in water. So we are looking at steroids. So what are steroids? We write here and say that steroids are organic substances. They indeed organic, as you can see, organic substances. What unites them? Made up of 3 6-sided membered rings. Membered meaning it is this and that, they attach together, membered rings, and 1 5-sided ring. So this is ring number 1, ring number 2, ring number 3, ring number 4. The first ring here is 6-sided, but remembered with the second ring, and the number of carbon atoms are counted right from this start here to take us through. So all steroids take up this structure, but differ from one another by this. What is present on carbon atom 17? Another attachment comes in. So one example of a steroid we have found is cholesterol, a very useful chemical of life which we use. We are going to see what are the functions and even the dangers associated with the steroids. So steroids are insoluble in water, and only dissolve in organic solvents. What are those organic solvents? Of course, like carbon tetrachloride. They can dissolve. Even paraffins, they can continue to dissolve. So at higher levels of education, you will see how are these steroids manufactured. But of course, since they contain carbon atoms, the only organisms that have that power to combine carbon dioxide gas, carbon in carbon dioxide, to make complex organic molecules to this magnitude are the only autotrophs, meaning heterotrophs like human beings find this cholesterol in consumers. Let's say primary consumers, if you eat a cow, in those ones. Or we can feed directly from plants and we get the cholesterol. So what is the importance, at least, of cholesterol? Importance of cholesterol as a chemical of life. How is it helpful in life? It has 2 things where it plays a part. The first part, it is a precursor for formation of sexual hormones like estrogen. That's why some books call estrogens a steroid hormone, because it is manufactured from cholesterol, a steroid, so it is useful. Secondly, in cell biology, it maintains the fluidity of the cell membrane. It maintains the fluidity of the cell membrane. Otherwise, if our cell membranes would compact, because the phospholipid tails we have seen here can come together via hydrophobic interactions and solidify the cell membrane, presence of the cholesterol in the cell membrane stops that interaction, and so the cell membrane is always a fluid. It can change from one place to another, molecules within there. Let's look at one dangers associated with cholesterol. Cholesterol is not bad to younger growing mammals, because younger growing mammals will need a lot of sexual hormones for their secondary sexual development and even for reproduction. But to the elderly who are no longer sexually active, the cholesterol now accumulates. It solidifies out of blood because it is insoluble in water, clogs the arteries and other vessels, narrowing them, causing disrupted blood flow, leading to hypertension. Overworking of the heart is hypertension. The heart will pump blood through the narrowing capillaries and the heart will overwork. So these chemicals are not lipids, but they have properties that resemble lipids. Because of that, we have studied them under lipids because they are related. They are very important, and even, of course, too much of anything is always bad. We have something we call dietetics. Which food do you eat at which age? So if you clock the age of 40, foods rich in cholesterol, let's say skin of chicken, you don't need to eat it because it is full of cholesterol and secondary sexual hormones. You no longer need them as much. Majorly for ladies who even reach menopause and the sexual hormones are no longer almost useful. So can see every substance has every chemical of life has its side effect. We talked about glucose that happens, that even brings about osmolality imbalances if the body cannot deal with it. So in our subsequent discussion, let's come back and now settle the importance of lipids as a whole